is up, you gorgeous human beings? Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sunflowergeek, and today I'm doing something a little bit different for my 500 subscriber special. I'm gonna be rambling about myself for a whole video. Hey! Y'all are gonna get to know a little bit about me and my current life and my past life a little bit. Kind of surface level. If there's anything more detailed you're interested in, please feel free to join my Discord. The link's down in the description below if you're interested. I'm very active on Discord and would really love to get to know you guys, and I'm a very open person, so feel free to chat with me. Also, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My link's down in the description below if that's something you'd like to check out. I do a lot of art content and just chatting, gaming, but no matter what I'm doing, I literally always am trying to focus on chat because I want to get to know you guys, I want to chat with you guys, I want to interact. That's what I live for. Before I get into my ramble episode, please remember to boop that like and subscribe button right on the nose, just like that. It would really mean the heckin' world to me and help me out so freaking much. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into the video. So basically, my name is Miranda. I was born in Ohio, 1995. I'm 25 years old. And throughout my early childhood, I moved a lot. I moved districts from elementary school to middle school, and then middle school to high school. I moved districts each time, so it was kind of hard for me to keep friends. There was a lot of newness that I experienced whenever I was growing up, like a lot of just getting thrown into something new. It was difficult for me, but it really helped me learn to kind of adapt to my surroundings and adapt to my situation. While I was in school, elementary school, I played soccer, like rec league soccer and stuff. Soccer was always my favorite sport. Like, there was really no other sports that I played hardly that much. Honestly, I actually can't think of any other sports that I played except soccer. Soccer was my love. Then when I was in middle school, my 8th grade year, I was in a soccer game and I was charging this girl. And I was like, she was coming at me and I was like, defense. And I was going to kick the ball away from her, but instead I went head on with my knee and then my leg, and my knee just kind of bent the way that it really should not have bent. It was sprained, it was ginormous, it was no good. So I waited for my mom to pick me up, take me to the hospital, got that treated. But then after that, I had a lot of knee problems. My knee would hyperflex anytime I would try to run or try to go for the ball in a weird position. Like, my knee would hyperflex, it would flex out of place. And then after that, it would swell and I would just have a whole bunch of issues. So I was not able to continue playing soccer after middle school, unfortunately. Another thing I was super into in school was band. I played the flute in 6th grade, and in 10th grade? Yeah, 10th grade, I switched from the flute to the French horn. I love the French horn. The French horn has literally the most beautiful sound out of any musical instrument that I can possibly think of. It's just gorgeous. I love the sound of the French horn. I was decent at it, and it's something that I would really like to get back into if I could ever afford to, like, buy a French horn one day. They're incredibly expensive. That'd be like a pipe dream of mine, let's say. Getting back into the French horn and like learning the French horn all over again. While I was in high school, I was in marching band. My junior and senior year of high school, I played the mellophone, which is like the marching band French horn. Concert band, I played French horn. Marching band, I played mellophone. Marching band was probably my most favorite time in high school. Outside of stage crew, which stage crew was also really fun. I learned a lot about behind the scenes of a play and in a stage with lights and all that good stuff. It was really cool to learn the behind the scenes of that kind of stuff, so that was fun. Marching band, though, was legitimately like the highlight of high school for me. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I made a lot of friends through marching band. After high school, I immediately went to college. Possibly regret that now, but it's fine. We don't talk about it. I started my college majoring in chemistry. I was really interested in going into forensic science because crime and criminology and things like that, crime shows, I guess you could say, was probably the inspiration. It's really interesting to me. They didn't have a degree for forensic science in any colleges near me, and I wasn't able to move away because anxiety and stuff. So what I did is I majored in chemistry, hoping that maybe I could get that general knowledge and move that towards a forensic degree later in life. It was a horrible idea. Chemistry is so hard. Anyone who's really good at chemistry, like, kudos to you, because chemistry is so hard. When I was in organic chemistry, I probably cried a lot of times. Many nights I spent crying because organic chemistry was so hard. Whew. So needless to say, I switched my major. Before I decided to switch my major, though, I was living on campus at the college that I went to, and I was living in a dorm. I had 2 other roommates. On the surface, it was awesome. It was a beautiful dorm. We had our own bathroom in the dorm. I had a meal plan and everything, and like, my roommates were really cool. On the surface, it was absolutely amazing. However, my mental health didn't want to believe that. My my depression decided to just completely take hold and make that entire year completely miserable for me. But legitimately, it was a really difficult year for me, and I decided that after that year, I wanted to move off campus to a different college so that I could commute from home and drive myself to school and be at home when I'm not at school. So that's what I did. I switched schools, and I also changed my major from chemistry to math. Math, because I was like, I was always good at math. Let's try that. Halfway through the first semester of me studying math, I had a mental breakdown one day, complete mental breakdown. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I can't do this anymore. This is just not okay. I need to quit. I can't go anymore. I just can't continue on with what's happening right now. So I stopped going to school. I just completely quit going. I ate 3 or 4 Fs, a D. That semester really screwed up my college GPA, not gonna lie. So the summer after I had my mental breakdown of that semester, I decided to meet with my academic advisor and figure out what major I wanted to go with to continue on through college. I was really not sure what I wanted to do. I didn't have a job in mind, but I knew the interests that I had, and I wanted to do something with school where I was interested in what I was learning about, more so than a job aspiration. My interest at the time included true crime as one thing for sure. So there was a major that was sociology with a concentration of criminology and law enforcement. I had never taken a sociology class. I didn't even know what the heck sociology was. And I was like, you know what? I'm not quitting school, so freaking heck 'em. I'm gonna try this major. I went and took my first sociology class. It was Intro to Sociology, and I swear I fell in love with that information and that knowledge that I learned from that class. It was amazing. I learned so much about the world, and it just opened my eyes to something so different than I had ever thought of the way that the world works. Since I made that decision on that degree, I was happy throughout the rest of school. Now, school made me happy. Outside life, not so much. While I was in school, I worked at least full-time, if not more than full-time, where I was working 2 jobs at one point. That went on, and finally, after 5 years, I graduated with my bachelor's degree in sociology, criminology, and law enforcement. About 2 months before I got my degree, I started streaming on Twitch. That was the beginning of my content creation career. When I first started streaming, I went full force into that. I was like, I'm gonna stream every day. I'm gonna stream 3 or 4 hours every single day of the week. I'm gonna do all of it. Oh yeah. I went so hard, I dove deep, and then it tapered off. And I ended up quitting. I ended up ghosting people. I left servers. And it was all because of my mental health. And looking back on it, I realized what the reason for that was. But I did that a few times. I actually stopped and quit a few times within the past 3 years. I had started, I was good, I was having some growth, I met new people, and then all of a sudden I would just have some kind of depressive breakdown and I would quit. I would completely stop streaming. And I've done this 3 or 4 times, so it's something that's a pattern. It's something that I'm recognizing in myself, trying to work on. Consistency is something that I really struggle with, and I am doing my absolutely very best to be consistent for all of you because I want you guys to be able to know when I'm here so you can get to know me and I can get to know you. The reason I think I've done so many starts and stops with not only streaming, but several aspects of my life. Like I painted one time for every single night for several hours a night for like an entire month, and then I just completely stopped painting for 6, 7, 8 months before I picked it up again. Things like that happen, I'm pretty sure, because I have recently been diagnosed with bipolar 2. With having bipolar 2, everyone's symptoms are different, but for me, I've found that my bipolar shows in the way that I go about doing things. The hobbies that I pick up, I really dive headfirst into them, and then almost inevitably fall down from that, and then I'll repeat the process. And this happens with people as well, so it's a detrimental thing to not only myself, but to others around me. So it's something that I'm really trying to work on in therapy. And since I started streaming, I've been going to therapy regularly to try to work on myself and try to figure out what the heck's going on with me and figure out what I can do to make things better for myself. I currently meet with a nurse practitioner regularly via telehealth at the moment, in order to get medications in order and make sure that the current medications I'm on are the right dose and working well for me based on my situation and how I'm feeling, etc., etc. I've been seeing her for the past 3 years. Recently, though, I started seeing an additional therapist, a second therapist, who is a psychologist. She is there for me to talk to about my life and look more deeply into my life and my experiences and myself, to try to figure out what I can do to cope without necessarily relying on the medications. I don't know if any of this has anything to do with it, But related to this, one of my passions is helping others and talking to people about what's going on in their life, whether that's good or bad, and doing my very best to try to help them if there's some way that I can provide help or assistance or support. And I actually aspire to get my master's degree in counseling and art therapy. Art's a passion that I have as well, and I would really love to be able to share art with others in a way that gives them a open, comfortable space to express themselves and be who they are and be vulnerable and be comfortable. So after all that, where are we left? Well, I'm here and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with content creation, because I'm still a variety streamer, still trying to shotgun ideas and figure out where my niche is. I can definitely say I love doing reaction content and I love reacting to the things that you guys suggest for me. I definitely plan to continue that throughout my entire content creation career. However, I still do work a full-time job outside of content creation, so I am currently working on trying to be more consistent with it on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I think that's all of them. Oh yeah, Discord, I'm there too. I still do have a lot of mental health problems that I struggle with on a daily basis, but I'm a lot more in control of my emotions than I ever have been. I definitely still struggle with mental health things on a daily basis, but I can definitely say that I'm doing a lot better than I was in the past, and improvement is the only thing that I can ever hope for in life. I work really hard every single day to try to break my bad habits that I've identified in myself or that other people have pointed out about me. I try to be the best person that I can be and help others along the way without putting myself at risk with that, because I have been caught in that trap before, and that's something that I've learned that I need to distance myself with, is making sure that I remember I am also important. Which, by the way, you should remind yourself of that right now. You are important, and you matter, and you are amazing. So basically, throughout my entire life, I've had a lot of things happen. Good, bad, neutral, just like anybody. But I can definitely say that I have improved, and I am continuously trying to improve every day. And because of everything I've had happen throughout my life, because of my experiences and because of the path that I've taken throughout life, I am sitting here right now sharing my story with y'all, my 547 subscribers, all 547 of you that actually like my content, and it makes me really happy. You guys are absolutely freaking amazing, and thank you so freaking much for all of your support. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here, allowing me to entertain you guys, and being here for it. It just makes me very happy, and I really appreciate it. I really look forward to the journey ahead, and I hope you all stick around for it. If there's anything else you'd like to know about me, feel free to join my Discord, links down below. And I definitely plan to make more videos like this in the future if that's something you guys enjoy. If y'all enjoy this, please let me know. And once again, if you enjoyed, if you want more content like this, if you want to get to know me more, just go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It would help me out a whole heckin' lot and just mean the absolute world to me. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye.